welcome back to the channel. My name is Emma and today we are watching Money Heist Korea Season 1 Episode 9. If you want to watch my uncut series reactions, links to the Patreon down below. So last episode, everything went crazy. Like, the plan went to shit and everyone started escaping, and it was really bad on the criminals' end because they lost a hold of everything. So Oso dies. Oh, that's, you know, a bit of a blow to the criminal team here. The police guy, I don't know if he's gonna, and he wouldn't get really in trouble for killing Oso, he might not even say anything, but he knocks out Oso, but because of the hit he lost a lot of blood and died. And RIP, because we saw a little bit of backstory about him and his mother, and him and Helsinki were in a gang, and I think his mum had ties up in it, and if he wanted to leave the gang then he wasn't able to see her. I don't know, but they lost contact or whatever, and he clearly loves his mum, and yeah, he died and he was trying to find her, so that is actually really sad. The creators of the show wanted to give us sympathy for them and they go and kill him off. I knew that one of them was probably going to die soon because, you know, this is a show, gotta make things interesting, so yeah, I think it wasn't going to be smooth sailing all the way through. Yeah, Helsinki torn up over it as well as everybody else, and it really after that it really got unhinged on everyone's part. Berlin is currently unmedicated and he has Huntington's disease, and he's not in his right mind, to say the least. And at the end of last episode we saw he went completely off the wagon, and he tied up Rio and Tokyo and accused them both being a traitor. And when Rio defended Tokyo and said, you know, I'm the traitor, you know, kill me, not her, he saw that as, you know, Tokyo was a traitor, and he literally pushed her out the front door of the Min. I don't know why he decided to do that. Surely he would, like, if you were in your right mind and you find a traitor amongst your troops, you would just tie them up in a room and throw away the key, you know, so they can't correspond with anybody or whatever. But no, he decided to throw her outside where the police are so she could get arrested and potentially blow up the whole plan. Like, what was he thinking? At least Tokyo made it out alive, I suppose. But she has been taken into custody of the police, and I think we're going to get some interrogations this episode, which is exciting. I don't know how much she's going to spill. She's very loyal to the professor, so I highly doubt she's going to spill everything. She'll probably maybe grass up Berlin, but that's about it. You know, she cares about Rio deeply. You know, she cares about all of them. I don't think she would grass them up. I think she'll stay loyal. But I mean, with the other people, the other criminals, the other hostages, some might escape again, you know. Half of the hostages escaped last episode, which was great for them. We had the policeman, which was leading the pack pretty much to safety. He was very good. And he led them. I mean, they tried the back entrance, that didn't work because then the criminals found them, but then they went to the rooftop and started jumping off the roof and fleeing to safety, back to their families, which is great. But there is always a but, because not everyone made it out, and the director, being the selfish bastard he is, screwed up his attempt at getting off the building by tying himself up to the roof. What was he thinking with that? You might as well just jump, it's an inflatable pillow, like, they're gonna be fine. He wasn't thinking. He was literally in a state where he was so panicked and selfish and decided to, you know, I'm going to save myself, I'm not going to save anyone else. And he lost his chance of doing that, which is very ironic and deserved. Which was funny though, because Anne, when she was about to jump off, she got tackled by Berlin. He literally jumps over like a superhero and grabbed her, and then Tokyo pulled them up. Like, she was so close to freedom, and it really soils the president's plans because he really wants her out for the sake of the summit, which is also coming up. But yeah, as far as we've got a few hostages. We've got Misun, Anne and the director, notable ones, and I just want to touch how sweet it was that Misun stayed, to be honest, because I don't think she wanted to leave. I think she cares a lot about Denver, and I don't think we see the extent of it, because why would you stay? Like, if this was anybody else, she would be running for the hills as soon as she got the chance. But no, she was hesitant throughout the whole time of escaping. Like, she kept pulling back the director, saying, you know, I want to run back, you know. And when confronted with Denver in the stairwell, he literally told her to go because he wants her to be safe and he cares very much for her. So I don't know if they will get an ending, I'm not sure, but I hope they do because they are very cute. When the policeman was in the room where Rio operates all the cameras, he shot up everything and it lost communication from him, from the criminals to the professor. And that is a key thing that he did there, which was very smart on his end, because the professor is, you know, the puppeteer with his little puppets, and he's the one that's controlling everything. And ever since that point, everyone was unhinged. Berlin was losing it. You know, he was in a very not a very good mental state to handle a gun, let's just say that. And ever since then, things have been up in the air. But we've learned a bit more. We've learned a bit more about the professor and his involvement with Korea and the unification. And I'm not gonna lie, all that stuff really confuses me, and I hope I get a better understanding this episode. But we find out this massive plot twist that him and Berlin are brothers. Mind blown. Like, I didn't know like something like that would happen. And it makes sense why he's there. And he said about doing this for their father, a plan that he wanted to orchestrate but didn't get the chance. What that plan is, I'm not entirely sure, but it has something to do with the summit that's coming up. And yeah, I'm not too clued up on it. Like I said, I hope I get a better understanding in this episode, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be really big. Professor's got a hideout in this resort in the mountains with a whole crew that we didn't even know about. Like, this is a lot bigger than they let on, and we're only now just finding out how big this operation is. And the professor has a lot to lose. He's got a lot of people here and a lot of people that could go to jail. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Oh, that looked like it hurt.
야! 다시 한번 말해보라. 야, 방금 뭐라 그랬어?
Is that how you speak to your brother?
성주가 맞지? 너무 오랜만이다.
만감해.
He hasn't seen him all this time. Oh my god, is this the first time he's seen him? Yeah, this is what we saw. This is them escaping when he was young. Oh my god, we saw this back in season 1. And I was confused because I thought, because Berlin went to jail, his mum got shot.
살아남으려면 기대해야 하니까.
Yeah, you can't really blame your brother for that.
지옥에서 25년을 버티면서 기구 하나 제대로 배웠지.
25 years. God, can you imagine seeing your sibling after 25 years?
이게 뭐야? 아버지의 못다한 계획.
The plan father couldn't finish.
너와 함께하려고.
This is the plan. I need more details, please. So he was the first. So Berlin was the first one to get recruited. So his dad. Whoa. His dad wanted to do this whole plan to get money. Oh, and reunite the family. Oh. I guess when you're a criminal planning this massive heist, you've got to have, you know, you've got to have backup plans like this, just in case. So they now know that they're watching them, so they need to get the fuck out. The professor's a smart guy, smarter than I ever thought. Wonder what they're gonna say to her. I don't think Tokyo knows the grand scheme. It seems to be completely isolated with Berlin and the professor. I don't think Tokyo knows anything. They're not going to start torturing her as well, are they? Or is this a lie detector test? Yeah, one of those heart monitor things.
별거 아니에요?
They don't think she's telling the truth, but I think she actually is. Hope she has a comfy cell. It's so wrong. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do now. Can you imagine if Nairobi spills just as they detain Tokyo? Just like, actually, it was me. Wait, what?
내가 배신자야. 내가 그랬어.
So she did say it. Then why did he fling her out still?
통할 거라고 하냐?
무슨 상황이? 어이? 짱근.
What? This show keeps getting plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, so they planned it all. Show's over, guys. Cut. Nice take. So, okay, so they got the confession out of her. So she freaked out so much they would detain her so she could somehow get Nairobi's son, and the professor's gonna... This plan is very extravagant. How is the professor gonna bail Tokyo out? So they spared Nairobi after finding out she was a traitor. That's quite big on them. This really feels weird. Like, Helsinki blew up when he thought Tokyo did it. Or any of them, or whatever. Like he was so enraged. But when Naomi just came out with it, he seems okay. I'm kind of unsure about his reaction there. The professor might run the cars off the road. I literally said that, and this happens. I'm like a magician. Like, I just see the future. They've got it all done. Oh my god, they're bombing it. Oh, nice place. So you're telling me all of this is about Nairobi's son? I don't buy it. So much has happened in the last 2 episodes. I'm trying to keep up. So much going on. I didn't even realise this whole Nairobi's son would be such a big point in this whole plan. I didn't think it was that important, if I'm honest. Like, you know, I don't know what they're gonna do after all this. Like, they're so incriminated, like, with stuff like this. Like, Captain Charles a policeman. Like, you can't just kidnap and hold him hostage, you know? Like, it just doesn't happen. This is so funny how literally Tokyo's joined one heist to another. When these people, when Helsinki, Berlin, oh not Berlin, Helsinki, Moscow, Denver, Nairobi, did they know they were signing up to a scheme so grand as this? I don't think they did. Like, Tokyo's only just finding out about it. Rio was slowly finding out. Like I said, first person shooter vibes. Doink! Also, I like how she's good at fighting. I like how the professor's motto has always been no violence, and literally this is going on behind the scenes. He doesn't really stick to his values, only when it concerns himself and the master plan. Whoa, that was very close. Does he not? Does he not get any repercussions for what he did? What he did was inhumane. Because he's doing great! Doing great, bro! They all fucking Instagram live! Is that what that was? Is this all like a game for them? Yeah, is this real life? Nice aim! Is this what people are saying? Nice aim! They're literally getting the public on their side. This is what they've wanted, isn't it? Make the president seem bad, make them look good. That's what I'm getting from this. They are for the people, I'll give them that. Like, everyone's choosing to them, like, yes! So Berlin has gone from
가야지 않겠어.
unhinged to now being the beacon of peace for all of Korea. He's literally the hero. That was a mic drop kind of moment. Everyone's like, yes, this guy I respect.
이제 누가 도둑이고
You are the real robbers.
진짜 주인이네.
That is mad. This is so crazy how the turn of events. Yeah, leave some for me, son. Come on. He's so nervous around her. He literally can't face her. I'd be so angry if I was her. She's basically just lost her job. Her ex-husband is calling the shots and doing terrible shots, by the way. And she can't do anything. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think it's only fair that if they want to recruit more people for their revolution, that they give them something back. Like, I mean, I think the money is, the money doesn't really mean a lot to Berlin and the professor. I know that they wanted money to help, help Berlin with his illness, but it's not the forefront of what they're doing. They're building this revolution. Again, like this plan is so beyond anything I ever know, like, that it's hard to keep up with their vision, but I'm grasping a lot of it. A lot has happened, and I am still in shock about all these plot twists that keep getting thrown at us, So the whole plan with Tokyo getting thrown out the mint was all staged just to get Nairobi to spill. And it's funny, like, Berlin, I guess, is a good judge of character, and he knew from the start that Rio and Tokyo weren't traitors, but they didn't know who the traitor was, so that wasn't part of his and the professor's plan, as far as I know. And Nairobi, she said, and I guess, yeah, it was a shock for them, and they dealt with it, and their plan is to get Nairobi's son, but I don't really know why they care. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't know why Nairobi's son is so tied up into all of this as well. Like, surely, no offense, he's not that important in the grand scheme of things like this revolution, especially that Nairobi's a traitor. Why would you want to help her out at all? Tokyo has literally gone from one heist to another. She's joined the missionaries and helped, like, obviously rescue the son. And Woojin, she couldn't even argue. Like, she couldn't even say what you're doing is bad, because they are revolting against her ex-husband, who she also hates. So she didn't really have a leg to stand on. She was, the only one there against like 6-7 people. But I think it's so, like, shitty that her ex-husband, the president, literally sacked her when she actually did a lot of progress. They got half the hostages out last episode. Literally sacked her and her team just so he... It's funny now, considering what happened. Him and his team come in and, deal with the situation, because the summit is so important for them because they're going to make a buck ton of money. But it's so crazy, Berlin's speech. His speech with Anne was so powerful. Like, I was not expecting him to be the face of the revolution. Like, the professor's behind the scenes, he's doing all, like, the dirty work, if you will. And Berlin's become, like, this face of activism, meaning, and just, like, revolution, freedom, peace. Like, he's, like the forefront of it now. And he's been, like, branded as this, like, ruthless criminal, like, doing a heist on the mint. And now, like, being the person people look up to. Like, you saw, like, the footage of people in the bar. Like, they were cheering to him. And he's become, like, an icon. Like, so crazy how tables turn. Like, from season 1, it was literally just all about printing money and everyone doing their jobs. That was literally season 1. Season 2 is a lot different for me. I think, like, this is all about a revolution. Like, none of this plan was detailed in season 1 at all. Like, none of it. And now we've got so much information being thrown at us that it's hard for me to keep up. So much stuff going on. Like, this master plan that the professor in Berlin have done from his father. so big. Like, how do they keep up with this plan? They've got so many people working for them. Like, they literally infiltrated an armed vehicle carrying a fugitive, a high profile one at that, and they literally freed Tokyo in like a matter of 10 minutes. And it's just crazy to me how they are able to do this to this grand scale of things. The head warden at the concentration camp, he was disgusting. Like, how he is so prevalent in the unification is beyond me. Like, how can you victimize yourself and blame others for what you did? You had a choice. Like, you didn't have to kill, torture, rape people. Like, that's not, no one's forcing you to do that. And this whole nonsense about his stepdaughter being a chef in Berlin, abusing her and all that, turned out to be a bunch of lies, because it turned out to be, I forgot her name, Son? I'm not sure, but it turned out to be her, and her and Berlin are like in love. Like, who'd have thought? Like, there's another ship here. Like, it's crazy. But I have to say, it was so amusing for the president to literally be sitting back there with his coffee, drinking away like, oh, this is brilliant. And the next thing you know, his right-hand man right here is getting slaughtered on live TV, the press, social media, literally. Can I just touch on that and say, I can't just brush over that. Tokyo literally had like freaking Instagram live strapped to her chest, like live streaming the whole thing of people getting shot and killed, security getting shot and killed. Like, it is mental. Like shit like that happens online, like we see, but like, this is crazy. Like, someone saying, wow, this is dope. Like, oh, people are crazy. Please tell me down below what you're thinking about all this. Like, it's crazy to me how different this is from season 1. I didn't expect to have such an in-depth, like, complicated storyline going into this season with, you know, so many political and unification. Like, all of this stuff is so big. Like, it's like there's a lot to it that a small brain like mine cannot understand. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching my reaction to Money Heist Korea season 1 episode 9. If you want to watch my uncut series reactions, the link to the Patreon is down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.